Hey guys, Zack here, and this is my review of One Piece Season 1, Episode 8. So this episode reveals the backstory of Shanks and Buggy, and also culminates the whole fight between Buggy and Luffy. So the episode starts off with a flashback of how Buggy and Shanks had a bit of a brotherly bond. They argued a lot, but were still close. And then one day a ship shows up. Buggy beats a pirate guy, beats a guy on the other ship, finds out that the guy had a treasure map and takes it and pockets it, and tries to hide it from Shanks, and is successful. And then Shanks reveals that one day he wants to leave and become an actual pirate captain, which he does. We know this. And Buggy reveals that that Shanks is kind of soft, and that he doesn't see him being a very good captain. And then Shanks reveals that they found a devil fruit on board, and that it's probably worth around 100,000 coins, or berries as they're called in this universe. That's the currency, I think, berries. I don't know why, but upon hearing this, Buggy decides, hey, I'm going to make a spectacle of eating the devil fruit while stealing the real thing and trying to sell it. And he is almost successful until Shanks sneaks up on him and startles him. And Buggy hides the devil fruit in his mouth, and then is startled, swallows it, and gains devil fruit powers, but doesn't actually know how to use them. And then he becomes upset with Shanks, grabs him by the collar, and starts yelling at him. And then his map blows overboard. Buggy jumps in after it, and then starts drowning. And Shanks jumps in to save him, because he realized that Buggy had eaten a devil fruit and was actually drowning. And Luffy initially mistakes that Buggy was kind of grateful because Shanks saved his life, but in fact Buggy just sees the fact that Shanks indirectly caused him a bunch of heartache because he wasn't able to go after treasure under the ocean floor, and yeah, Buggy's trivial. What can I say? And then he goes after Nami, who has stolen his treasure, tries to steal it, is not successful. Because he chases after her with his upper torso, but Luffy kicks him in the balls, and then breaks up into more pieces to attack her. But then Luffy realizes he can't stop the pieces, but that the feet are his anchor. Yeah, he can't. Yeah, Buggy's pieces can go wherever they want, but his feet have to stay firmly planted on the ground for his powers to actually work, which is kind of a handicap a little bit, because if you have to be standing on the ground, that's kind of pointless. And then Luffy, upon realizing this, starts beating on Buggy's feet to get him to stop chasing Nami. And then Buggy collapses on the floor, starts arguing semantics with Nami over who owns the treasure, and tries to take it back again. Gets up again, tries to take it back. Nami smacks him in the face with the bag, and Buggy catches it. And Luffy, seeing all of this, chases after Buggy, punches him in the face, and sends his head flying. And Buggy tries to get up and tries to reassemble, but reassembles into a chibi form with only his arms, legs, and head, with only his feet, his hands, and his head, because Nami, the smart little minx that she is, actually took all of his pieces and tied them into a nice little bundle so they couldn't run away. And Luffy sends his chibi form flying. It's kind of cute. Meanwhile, the townsfolk have realized that their mayor is missing, form a search party to go after him, find him unconscious, and find out that Luffy is responsible because Luffy basically told him. and they all run off and having a brief reunion with Choo Choo, who holds the townsfolk off so Luffy, Nami, and Zoro can all escape. And Zoro is passed out. He's lost a lot of blood, but he's okay-ish. He just needs a little bit of recovering, but Luffy is piggybacking him the entire way. And they get back to the docks and meet up with the pirates from a couple episodes ago that Nami stole the boat from, which is kind of funny. They try to take the boat back, but then they realize that Zoro is the guy passed out on Luffy's shoulders and run off screaming. So yeah, we're never gonna see them again. And then the mayor wakes up, realizes that Luffy saved his butt despite knocking him out, and is both either really angry or really happy to see them moving on with their lives and having helped them. But he can't really decide, and it's reflected in the scene. Then he realizes that Luffy, on purpose, left behind one of Nami's bags of treasure, so that they could rebuild their town. And Nami is upset and tries to drown Luffy, and Zoro just laughs. And that's the episode, pretty much. There is one little ominous thing at the end, which reveals another major character, and it's revealed to be a character named Usopp, who we haven't seen yet, but is kind of hinted in the little synopsis at the end. It's not hinted who he is or what he's going to do for the plot moving forward, but he is a thing. So yeah, look forward to seeing him. I like this. I like this episode though, because it explains why Buggy hates Shanks so much, despite the fact that Shanks isn't exactly a bad guy and didn't exactly do anything to him out of spite. It was just a bunch of happy, unfortunate accidents that resulted in Buggy getting his devil powers, losing his map, losing the devil fruit, and basically setting his entire life on a path of conquering everything above the waves. Which, I mean, Shanks isn't a bad guy. We've seen this. He's a pretty good guy. He's not like one of those guys who's out for himself. He is trying to become a better pirate, but that's about it. He's trying to help everybody as he goes along, but that's really it. And Buggy is just bitter and can't figure out can't realize that Shanks did in fact care about him a lot and actually did in fact save his life after the series of unfortunate accidents put Buggy's life in danger, and couldn't see that. And Buggy is also very greedy, and it's very much reflected because he attacks Nami just because she stole his treasure, even though Buggy kind of stole it in the first place and she was just reclaiming it, we'll say. So yeah, Buggy isn't exactly, his head's not on straight, but he does have the potential to be a good character if once he realizes that there's more to life than treasure, and when he stops blaming Shanks. And I would like to see him have a bit of a reunion, so to speak, with Shanks, and try to reconcile their relationship and all that, so that they can actually move forward on better terms. But only time will tell, because we have no idea at this point. I mean, it hasn't happened yet. At this point, it's been running for 12 seasons and is only 65% complete. So the show might go in that direction, but it's highly unlikely. But I'm hoping it does. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to knowing what Usopp is and what his role is going forward. I would like to see that, because they're all pictured on the. I mean, all the main casts are pictured in the opening sequence, but we don't actually learn any of their names. All we learn is that they're main characters, and we should probably look forward to seeing them. But I'm going on a little bit, and I did like this episode, I guess. And in short, I liked this episode, and I liked the whole story with what's his name, Buggy and Shanks. I would like to see more of that, and I would like to see that reconciled as a relationship. But for now, if you guys have seen this episode of One Piece, what did you guys think? Let's get a discussion going in the comments down below or over on my Discord server, link in the description. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit that like and that subscribe button. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!